Yeah, I pay my dues. Nigga don't play, you a lose.
We are back at it, 2024 Throttle Response Racing, man. You see it. But first, hit the like and subscribe button for me. Please do that. All right, listen. All right, now let's get into this. Here we go. 2024, man. Throttle Response Racing. You know, we popping off every single year with this racing stuff. You know, drag racing is very big to us. It's very big in the community to us. But more so I know people asked about updates from 2023. Just more so things kind of went, they didn't go as planned as we thought they would go as planned. However, that was due to, say, for instance, my camera guy couldn't make it out there, or certain people couldn't make it out. But I mean, like, I went out. Now we're at a point where with that car, it's more so of not even really a one-man job no more, which kind of sucks, but it doesn't suck in a sense where, you still get to have your fun with it. We got to the point where we figured out where we needed to be. We figured out where we were consistent at, and that was the main thing in it. And it was more so of just changing some things around in the tune-up, changing some things around the team. So some of that stuff got changed. And shout out to KH Performance. Shout out to Built by West. Even shout out to EFI for even getting us back up and running. Really, Dave got us back up and running the first part of the season. I can't even argue with that. Because if it wasn't for Dave, expediting his time for me to get some dyno time in and get the car, running, we would have kind of been short a little bit. But we had did a lot of upgrades according to last year. We did a lot of upgrades. Like, we upgraded the blower, we put dumps on the car, we took the exhaust off. It was just things that we did. We changed the manifold, air to water, things like that. It was just more boost. So we turned it up, but it was just more so of we were trying to meet a time frame. In a sense, we were trying to meet a time frame to get back out racing. We really didn't want to miss a whole year, and then at the last part of the year, still trying to figure this out. No, not at all. We weren't trying to do that. We were really trying to get back up and rolling, get back up and running. And I mean, we did. Wes did a tremendous job getting things back running. So I can't argue with that. But for the most part, though, we got America vs. the World coming up. That's in about 2 more months, I do believe. Yeah, 2 more months, because in April 14th is the date for that. So we got America vs. the World. We look to get tracks open back up next month. Yeah, tracks open back up next month. So we'll be out doing some testing. I get the car down to KH Performance, get it down to Cal. He checks everything out. Get this thing back up and running. Other than that, people ask about the first things first. I got questions that came to my DMs, that came to my inbox. My inbox was way hot on it with, hey, for the 981, how much did y'all upgrade to get it there? First of all, we just smacked the new blower on. That's all we really did, and changed the fluids. That's it. We didn't do nothing really major what people think. We just changed fluids. Okay. All the fluids that need to be changed. Every fluid that you could think about in your car, except for brakes. Every fluid that you can think about in your car, we just changed, put new fluids in. And that was pretty much it. And we set the tire pressure to a certain tire pressure that we guessed on. Okay. And it ran 981 at night. Now, here's the thing. What it run at 981, we did break the pulley. The belt actually shredded that same night. I even still had a belt, but that belt shredded that same night. So it was to a point where I was like, yo, I'm gonna keep this belt. but no, we didn't do nothing major for that, man. We didn't do nothing major for that. It was just weather. And hey, top where we set the tire pressure at. That was it. And my tuner set me in the groove correctly. So that was all. I mean, yeah, we did good. We was hoping we could have got another run, but uh, due to the pulley digging into the bracket, that was no. That was nah. We couldn't get that one off. So no, it was no big deal. We tried to come back out and do it again the same. No, we tried to come back out and do it next week, do the same thing just to see what the car would have ran because while it made that 981, what people failed to realize, yeah, we were happy about that, but more so, I fought with that car the whole time down the track. I said she's either going to get that ass up or she ain't. So I just said I'm gonna stay in her. I'm gonna stay in you till you give it up. So that was one thing, but um, the pulley kept digging into the bracket as I was going down the track. So obviously something was loose. Obviously something, so much torque off the line. Something happened. It's drag racing, dog. You gonna break shit. It just is what it is. I don't care. How good how good you think you got your stuff going. You just going. It's just something that's going to happen with drag racing. It just is. But that's why you check everything before you run, of course. But even still, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. That's the only thing about the irony of that sport, drag racing. So things are going to break. But yeah, no, we really didn't do nothing major for that 981 pass. If that pulley didn't dig, if the pulley did not dig in, it was the idler pulley actually. But if that did not dig into the bracket, that car would have went 9.4, 9.5, easy. That car would have went 9.4, 9.5, easy. So, I mean, like I said, we tried to go back out and do it again, but we kept having belt problems. We kept having belt issues, and come to find out, we needed to move the belt back 2 more inches so it would not go ahead and pop once we put the car in the load. It wouldn't shred. It wouldn't break at all. Because the first time we did after doing a burnout, it was a clean break. So it was like, damn, what's going on? Why we can't figure this out? So yeah, it got frustrating, guys. It got real frustrating. And tempers flare when that happens, and you like, man, I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z. Then we're at Capitol, where the prep isn't, but the prep is hit or miss. It's not MIR, so that's another thing. The prep is hit or miss. That's one thing. Hell, I mean, you could put me on a fucking ice skating ring. I'll still drive that bitch now. That I don't care. I'm gonna drive it. I mean, it is what it is. So, that's just some of the things that we battled when we took it back out. So, and just decided to make some changes as to, okay, where does this needs to sit? A little bit more research, calling ProCharger and everything. What belt do we actually fucking need? Is it we have a fucking Gates belt? What else do we need? The green belt? Do we need the what fucking belt? So, but couldn't find out, talking with ProCharger and talking with them, they stated that no, that belt is for that setup, for that combination. So that's when we decided, oh, okay, well, let's check and see how this is rolling again, how the belt is rolling on the pulleys, and let's move it back some. We moved it back 2 inches, and then boom, went to Budds Creek. Unfortunately, charge pipe wouldn't have stayed the fuck on. So that was the next problem. So it was just more so of some things in that department where just like, yo, we can't catch a break right now. So that did get frustrating at the end of it. That got frustrating to the point where it was just like, man, just pack the shit up, go home, just start over next year. It is what it is. And at one point, I was just ready to scrap the ProCharger, just go buy me a 3.6 Whipple, 3.8 Whipple, or whatever, and just do it like that. I was, seriously, because it was to a point where I was just like, hell with this ProCharger shit. I mean, blower life, it is. You're gonna pop belts, but like I said, it's the irony of it. But when you got your shit right, man, you got your tune up right, you got your mechanics right and everything. Hey, man, you don't have that problem. You do not. You don't have that problem. I mean, we like to go to the track every single weekend. Honestly, we do. I mean, hey, If I could race every day, I would. I'm gonna say that. If I could race every day, I would. Um, but it's, you know, it's money, of course. That's one thing. Two, it's time. Like, we got regular jobs, so that's that's a whole nother case. But but yeah, man, excuse me. It's it's fun. It's exciting. It's a thrill that you get. It's an outlet, all in one. It's those things. But like I said, it's just the irony of race. It's just the irony of racing. You're gonna break shit. It just happens. That's what happens in racing. You're gonna break shit. Like in sports, okay? Other sports, football, basketball, baseball. You're gonna tear shit. You're gonna break shit. You're gonna tear muscles. You're gonna break bones. These cars, hell, like a belt. Say for instance, it tore his muscle. I break something. I break a pulley. It broke some shit. So that's just that whole deal. But but yeah, nah, man. We got a lot of things coming up, man. We got a lot of things. Uh, Especially everybody asked me about that orange Camaro that's been on my show when I was recording other people's cars and things of that nature. Everybody asked me about that orange Camaro. So that guy right there, my man KC, right? He actually hit me up and wanted to do something, do a little something. So we got that in the making. We got that in the works. Whereas he comes on the show, we sit down, basically podcast style, and everything. We get to talking, but yeah, man. No, we got some good things coming 2024. Can't wait to get the car down to cows and get it all tuned up again. Um, that was the other thing, leaving the line a little bit harder. We're 60 footing good. We're getting to the 330 good. Um, it's just more so of we want to shoot out the hole like a rocket. The converter is where it needs to be. That's the thing about a Pro Charger. You put the right converter in, you match the right converter up with the Pro Charger, dude. You won't have no problem, man. That you put the right converter in, that thing's gonna fly. That thing's gonna fly. So, yeah, man. It's came along. That car's came a long way. I took it a long way. People think that people think that I spent a shit ton of money. I spent what was necessary, and there's no need for you to try to count my pockets. You see something, I get that, but I spent what was necessary. I'm gonna say that. So that's just one thing, and we look to really really do some good single digit numbers this year. That's what I'm gonna say. We look to really do some good single digit numbers and get it rolling. And just yeah, man. Just look to have some fun. Look to have some fun. So that's that just plays a big part. And yeah, nah, it's just gonna be a new thrill this year. That's all I'm gonna say.